Hello everyone, and welcome to my part 4 of my series where I get my clients' real estate investor website from start to finish up to the top in San Antonio to get more motivated seller leads. Now, if you don't know who I am, my name is Dawson Skorcheski, and I built my real estate investing business up to $750,000 a year on wholesaling and flipping just based off of my website. Now, with this video, feel free to leave a comment if you have any questions, or subscribe if you like this. If you want to work with me, the link is below and you can book a call with me. I help clients all across the nation get their real estate investor websites up to the top. Now, without further ado, let's go to start this video. Hello, everybody, and welcome to part 4 here. Right today, what we're going to do is do location pages and supporting content. I know there's been a lot of parts, and if you haven't seen part 1, go ahead and watch all the parts before this one, and we'll get right started. So this is basically what I'm going to do with this first part of this video, is do how to set up a location page. That way you can make so many location pages within reason. I wouldn't recommend launching every single one of them each day. But this is how I'd make location pages. That way I can construct everything correctly, and you're ranking in multiple different cities to get more motivated sellers. So right here, this is how I want you to set it up. The first thing you need to do is you need to understand, okay, do I have all my alt text set up for all of my images? Do I have all of my code set up for my city name, right? That is kind of what we need to do, the 2 steps that we have that we need to analyze before we make a single location page, right? And what I mean by that is, so if you go here and I go to the website, and we use SEO Marketing Syrup. It's a great Chrome extension. It's for free if you haven't grabbed it yet. Go to your images, and obviously you're not going to be able to get all the alt text, but you need to set it up so that when you change the location in Caret, it's going to show the alt text pretty well. So this is kind of how I set up my images so that it does that. So if you ever, let's see here, go to block. If you ever have problems setting up alt text, this is a huge benefit, and you need to do it for each one of your pages for your top keywords. I mean, it's absolutely necessary. So notice how the alternative text, it has the code in there, market state and market city. You need to do this because when you make location pages, adding alt text to each image on each page, especially when you duplicate this page, is going to be, you're going to lose your mind. You're going to absolutely lose your mind on how much time you're going to spend adding alt text to all of this. So that's the first thing you need to do, every single image. So like, for example, I added it to this image. You need to add market city, market state. It's going to make your life 10 times easier. So that's the first thing you need to do there with alt text. Now, second, and now every time you look up the word, so in this case, my client, his company name is Sell Your San Antonio House. That's a company name, right? Outside of that, anytime where it says San Antonio, so like for example, San Antonio, you need to make sure that you change these out with this code, right? So I'll type it in, market city. You need this code every single place where you have the city or the state, right? If you're changing states, you need to change out the state, and instead of city here, put state. But in this case, it's city. We're attacking different cities, and our top level page is San Antonio. We're doing the surrounding areas. So you need to, 1, code up your alt text, 2, code up your city names. That way when you're duplicating pages, it's so much easier. You don't have to go back and change it, and it's just going to be overall way easier. So that's the first 2 things you need to do before making any location pages, is that right there. So this is what we're going to do now, is I'm going to save this because this is my home page. And what we're going to do is I'm going to walk you through just how I make a location page. It's very simple, but you want to be careful. That way you're not having duplicate content and things like that, because then you won't get indexed on Google, and that's where all this kind of rolls through. So I'm going to go ahead and duplicate this. And once it loads here, basically the first thing I usually go do every single time is I obviously have my sheet of location pages here. So when I go in here, my client thing, I have all my locations. So the first locations I'm going to do is Burn, Texas, right? So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to type in this page title, because this matters. Everybody, at the top of this Caret page, this page title matters a shit ton. It definitely, without a doubt, plays a factor in your ranking. So I'm gonna do this. Burn. Sell my house fast, Burn, Texas. And I usually like to type out the full state name with that too, so just to keep that in mind as well. Okay, so then basically what I do is then I'm going to go down, and I am going to change my market settings. And I'm going to go to Burn, Texas. I'm going to change that. Second thing I'm going to do is I got to add some code here, and I didn't on the first one on purpose, just because I didn't want to add the Texas at the end just like that. So I'm going to go ahead and add this. So copy and paste this. All right, copy and paste this. All right. I'm going to save this just so I don't lose it for whatever reason. And then next what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a map embed. So basically what you got to do is I'm going to click the plus, HTML, and then I got to pull the code. I know it's on caret, map, embed, caret. I know it's on here. I always forget to. So right here. So if you're looking to add a map at the bottom of your location page, which is what I recommend for every single one, just because it shows it has some uniqueness, and it also adds relevancy too. Burn, Texas. So I'm going to do that. Auto saving, perfect. So then what I'm going to do is now we have all that set up. We have the URL, we have the page title, we have the location page is now changed. Everything is perfect. The only thing I need to do to make it unique is I need to go in here into the paragraph content and add some external links. So I'm going to find some more paragraph content here. Let's see here. Especially I like to do these paragraphs where it says market city. Because what I'll do is I'm going to go to this first paragraph. You're looking for trusted home buyers. And what I'm going to do literally is go to Burn, look it up on Google. First website. Perfect. So I'm going to go here. And I'm going to put that right here. Command V gets it in there with the Mac. It pastes it in there perfectly. So now we have the first one. Second one. Wikipedia. And I just go in order. So there's no specific order. I like to add roughly 3, or let's see, I'll add 4. I'll add 4 external links on this one. All right. So we'll go here. One more. We're going to go to one more. All right. So right here, right here. Then we add this, then we add this, and bang. So literally right there, everyone, we are going to save this, and I'm going to publish it and show you exactly what it should look like in a matter of seconds on making a location page. This is why I like Carrot so much. The interface is awesome, and it can make it so easy to make a location page. It is awesome, which can be a good and a bad thing, which we'll get to later. But let's check this out. Semi-house fast. All right. So semi-house fast, burn. Let's see. I might even add a Texas to this. Sell your Texas house. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do Texas. But that's fine. No worries there. We're good. So they know it's related to Texas because of our external links and everything like that. We're good to go. But this is exactly what it looks like with burn text at the bottom, everything like that. So we are going to make that right there. And I think what I'm going to do, just for future reference, comma, Texas. I know it's white just because of the design, but we're going to do that. And then I'm going to go here. There, perfect. So we got that all figured out. So I'm going to save this. All right, so we saved that. Now we have our first location page. So that's what you need to do for location page. Nothing too crazy at all. It is by no means any too difficult. And what we're going to do next here is do supporting content. Now what we're going to do next here is we're going to make our supporting content. And obviously I only made the one location because otherwise we wouldn't want to be here all day of me making the location pages when it's just the same thing. Second thing is supporting content, right? So I'm going to make one piece of supporting content. That way you guys understand the concept on how it works. So usually in Carrot, this is the way I like to go about it. I take the how it works page right here and I duplicate this. So I'm going to go ahead and duplicate this. And right here, my first subject that I have for my client blog pages is probate. So selling a house in probate specifically. So what I'm going to do is usually like what I like to do for my supporting content is looking to sell your probate house in San Antonio. I'm going to guess. I don't know if my spelling's good. Looking to sell your probate house in San Antonio. All right, not bad. So I'm going to add a question mark here. And then make sure all of my other stuff right here is good. All right, so then literally what I'm going to do next is I'm going to select all of the stuff from the bottom up. And I'm going to erase all of this, right? So what I'm going to do here, erase all of this. I'm going to add a little, oh, don't do this to me. There we go. Add a heading. I'm going to say how to sell your probate house in San Antonio. So actually what I'm going to do here, your probate house in San Antonio. Let's check this out. I'd rather do that. Sell your probate house in San Antonio next to the form. So what I'm going to do is, this is just going to be a regular paragraph, and I'm going to go to Chat GPT, and I'm going to I'll just do this. Oh, God. Let's skip all this. All right. Write me an article about how to sell my house in probate in San Antonio to sell your San Antonio house. All right. What we're going to do here is just wait for it to write out. Wait for it to write out, and then we'll be able to add our supporting content. It's very, very simple, because the hardest part, like I said, is just adding your on page and adding on the content, getting it designed, getting it fully up and indexed, the first home page. That's the hardest part. Once you have that, the rest of it's easy. The location pages, the supporting content, everything like that. Very, very, very simple, which is great news. And then the next part, little sneak peek for part 5, is going to be internal linking. That is super, super important, especially when having lots of locations. That is what we will be doing next part. So let's check this out here. I'm going to copy this. Copy this. All right, perfect. So what we're going to do now is completely go to the URL. It's not how we buy houses. It is, let's see, sell your probate house in San Antonio. All right, we'll do here. Probate San Antonio. We will do looking to sell your probate house in San Antonio. We buy probate houses for cash in and around San Antonio. Get a free cash offer today. All right, perfect. So we're going to save this draft. What we'll do is I'm going to publish this. And we're going to check out. No, I would need to. Sell your probate house. I need to save that. Make sure to change this. It's super important. Right here. I might make a little bit different heading there just to make it look a little better. But otherwise, yeah, that's all it is, really. It's just this. Sell your probate house in San Antonio. what is probate, sell the property, everything like that. That way you will be having supporting content going back to your page. That way for the next segment, we're going to be doing internal linking. Thank you so much for watching the video today. If you haven't gotten a chance to check out part 1 and start from there, it's going to be your best bet. The link is in the description below, but I hope you enjoyed and got some info out today. For part 5, we're going to do internal linking, which ideally, in my opinion, is the way to rank with no backlinks. So tune in for that next video, but I appreciate you watching. Thanks so much.